Hey, you seeing anything? I'm almost done with this sample.
Just matter. Nothing so far.
Hurry up, will you? I'm getting hungry.
You're always hungry.
A deadly new virus has both health experts and investors worried as it starts to spread.
As you know, this is an evolving and complex situation. We need more information.
Each of these viruses has its own personality or characteristics, and as Meg said, we still don't know whether this virus is spread readily from person to person.
The coronavirus is in the same family as SARS, with cold and flu-like symptoms, and is believed to have begun with the transmission from an animal at a market in Wuhan, China.
Wuhan.
I'ma take her back home and that the shit stop. Cause I'ma take her back home and that the shit stop. Cause I'ma take her back home and that the shit stop. Cause who I'm talking about, y'all, is hip hop.
But now, officials have confirmed the virus is capable of human-to-human transmission, and cases of the disease are growing. This comes right as the Chinese New Year is set to kick off, and tourists are expected to head to the country to celebrate. And that's led some to question not just the health risks, but the economic risks too.
I would say we've got a curveball with this coronavirus.
This is the original Ebola virus. This is the AIDS virus. This is a sample of the new airborne virus which is rapidly spreading across Europe and Asia.
Also, I see.
No, don't touch.
Sure. Hi, perhaps you recognize me. It's your favorite president. And I'm standing in front of the Oval Office at the White House, which is always an exciting place to be. I got back a day ago from Walter Reed Medical Center. I spent 4 days there. And I think this was a blessing from God that I caught it. This was a blessing in disguise. I caught it. I heard about this drug. I said, let me take it. It was my suggestion. I said, let me take it. And it was incredible the way it worked. Incredible. And I think if I didn't catch it, we'd be looking at that like a number of other drugs. But it really did a fantastic job. I want to get for you what I got, and I'm going to make it free. You're not going to pay for it. It wasn't your fault that this happened. It was China's fault. And China's going to pay a big price what they've done to this country. China's going to pay a big price what they've done to the world. This was China's fault.
Hurry up, hurry up. What took you so long? Been waiting in this freaking cold for an hour.
Here is the papers. Now where's my money? Benjis and more Benjis. Yes, a pleasure doing business with you. I'll call you when I have some more data for you.
Yeah, you do that.
On March 18, 2020, a 43-year-old British pilot in Vietnam, Stephen Cameron, was diagnosed with COVID-19 and admitted to a hospital in Ho Chi Minh City. As the most critically ill patient in the country, Cameron became a rallying point for the Vietnamese. When news broke that his lungs were failing, more than 50 Vietnamese volunteered to donate their lungs, while health experts nationwide were roped in as the country mounted an all-out effort to save him. The government spent more than $200,000 on the Vietnam Airlines pilot, and he eventually defied the odds, avoiding a coronavirus death and making a near full recovery. He is just one of the many patients to survive COVID-19 in the country, which has 0 fatalities and a few hundred confirmed cases in the first 6 months of the outbreak.
frickin' late again. What's up with you?
Hey, I missed you too. Here is your papers. Ah, yes. Always a pleasure doing business with you.
Yeah, whatever. Just get out.
In this new normal, what are you doing about PPE equipment? How are you cleaning? What's the hygiene? What's the access? What's the screening? How do you move people? What's the travel and transportation?
Blessed art thou, our Lord, who has permitted us to reach this day. The stage has been set for this historic transfer of power. The United Nations had scheduled
drive them back to darkness.
Protesting last night, you probably need to go get a COVID test this week. Because there's still a pandemic in America that's killing Black and brown people at higher numbers.
How much of a risk is it for people who are out there, even those who are wearing masks?
This is a huge risk, whether you wear a mask or not. Even though it does give you a little bit of protection, it doesn't give you full protection.
But many say they're left with little choice.
I can go home, clean myself up, go get tested, make sure I take proper precautions, and do that. But police brutality, I don't know. I don't know what I can't do to not be correct.
As we look among the crowd, many of the people that I've talked to say they share that feeling. Yes, they say they are concerned about that pandemic. In fact, some people have put on masks trying to protect themselves. But they say that it's equally important that they're here raising their voices in this moment.
To live and die in LA, California. What you say about Los Angeles? Still the only place for me. It never rains in the sun. To live and die in LA, where every day we try to fatten our pockets. Us niggas hustle for the cash, so it's hard to knock it. Everybody got their own thing coming to chasing. Worldwide through the hard times, running your faces. Shed tears as we rub niggas close to the heart. What was a friend that would go in the dark? Cold part about it, nigga got smoked by a fiend. Trying to floss on him, blind to a broken man's dream. A hard lesson, court cases keep him guessing. Plea bargain ain't an option now, so I'm stressing. Cost me more to be free than a life in the pen. Making money off of cuss words, writing again. Learn how to think ahead, so I fight with my pen. Late night down, sunset, like in the zen. What's the worst they can do to a nigga? Got me lost in hell to live and die in LA. On bail, my angel sing.
confident.
And I'm Philip Mena. It is tough these days. Please, though, stay safe out there. And don't forget to tune in to the Today Show. Later on this morning, we'll have continuing coverage on those nationwide protests. We'll see you tomorrow.
That kind of thing does boost your confidence. Exercise is a huge part of our routine up there, and I think that most people do understand it's really important not only for your physical well-being but also for your mental health. I know it's a little bit more difficult when you can't go to the gym necessarily, but I know there are a lot of creative ideas to get around that. People are checking gym equipment out, or maybe make some kind of obstacle course or something in your house or outside, and get out and try to get that heart rate up a little bit. And I think, communication strategies and being a good team member, getting along well with others, those things are really important to remember when you're living in isolation.
If it ain't authentic, I don't want it. I'm rocking shades cause you can see the pain in my eyes. Isolate cause by myself is when I feel alive. Ain't been alright. Hope somebody noticed.
George Floyd's death protests turned violent.
We want to differentiate between the looters here and the protesters.
We're monitoring the mayhem and the call for peace.
We have to be loving with one another. If we demand justice, we can focus on the work of that.
Stay with NBC4 News.
I was about to lose it. I was on my mind. I was on the floor. I've been holding out.
Right now, we're fires, looting, and hundreds of arrests. National Guard patrols spread out across LA County to help with the chaos after the protests.
Plus, a county-wide curfew in Los Angeles, the OC, and Inland Empire cities also limiting residents around. We are breaking it down for you.
We also saw peaceful protests across Southern California. The thousands of people who do not want the message of George Floyd's death be lost.
I manifest these blessings, I feel it coming. Late nights, early morning, beat the sun up, man, I wonder. I've been going through some changes, all these pages filled with anger, man, and minds are rages. I envision something different from these situations. Cold, hard, hot heads, and many ultimatums. I've been meditating, I've been contemplating. I've been keeping to myself, I've been isolating. Love and meant for me, I think it's time I face it. I break it mentally, I swear I feel unstable. I'm in a matrix, can't escape it. I need help, will somebody come and save me? A day away from padded rooms and medication. Puffy eyes, heartaches and irritation. I feel isolated. I feel isolated. I said I feel isolated. Rockin' shake 'cause you can see the pain in my eyes. Look, I'm rocking shades cause you can see the pain in my eyes. Isolate cause by myself is when I feel alive. These were the entries in my diary.
Monday morning with the latest headlines on the unrest over the death of George Floyd.
That's right, and while peaceful protests were held across the country and here in Southern California over the weekend, things quickly took an ugly turn as vandals and looters stole the spotlight and destroyed towns. Right now, a curfew is in effect for all LA County. It started at 6 o'clock last night. It is set to expire in about 2 hours from now. All LA County Superior Courts will be closed today. The move is an effort to protect the safety of the public, judicial officers, and employees. National Guard troops are in Los Angeles, Santa Monica, and Long Beach for this morning. Several cities hit really hard by the looting.
They're not black, John. They just aren't. They just aren't. They just aren't. All four of them. There will be folk on Tuesday. There will be folk on Tuesday. I want the hate all over my face. I want the hate all over my face.
Long Beach Mayor Robert Garcia asked for help from the National Guard after a night of fires and looting damaged several businesses. News Channel 4 Bravo was over the Long Beach Convention Center last night when the National Guard arrived. The mayor says he asked for the Guardsmen to help local police with the violence and the vandalism after the protests. Several businesses were damaged, and you can see this large fire destroyed a men's suit outlet.
We also not only have our entire Long Beach Police Department and our fire department out trying to take care of the city, but also have other agencies and other policing agencies here as well assisting us. And to all of them tonight, we say thank you, and please also stay safe.
You can also see several storefronts with smashed windows here. This morning, the Downtown Long Beach Alliance is organizing a community cleanup effort. They're asking for people to meet at Harvey Milk Park at 8 a.m.
And we do not want to lose sight about how this day all started. Before looters began hitting stores and violence erupted in Long Beach, hundreds of people were there just to demonstrate peacefulness. They took part in this peaceful protest on Shoreline and Ocean Boulevard. And some protesters did begin to enter the freeway. There were a few standoffs with police, but again, the march itself remained peaceful throughout.
That arsonist boldly setting fire to a DMV office as news cameras rolled. One of many disturbing scenes as protests evolved into chaos in San Bernardino last night. NBC4's Annette Adeola is live with more on what led up to that shocking display. Annette.
Adrian and Yellow, good morning. A lot of damage left throughout the city of San Bernardino. We know that officials have declared a state of emergency out there, and there is now a curfew that is in place from 8 p.m. through sunrise. Here is some of the activity that we saw over the weekend. Sunday afternoon, that's when we shot that video there, where a couple of hundred protesters marched to the San Bernardino Police Department. As officers in riot gear stood inside the lobby doors. About a half an hour later, the crowd started walking through the downtown area. It remained fairly peaceful at first, although there were officers advancing towards the demonstrators that sat in the middle of the streets, blocking some of the traffic there. Some of those people were arrested. Then it was later in the evening when I saw dumpsters and trees set on fire, and officers firing tear gas and what appeared to be rubber bullets at the protesters. Here's the mayor of San Bernardino. Take a listen.
We understand that there's been some protesters. We appreciate their voice. Nonetheless, as I mentioned, the city and I are very concerned about the health and safety of our residents. We will do everything in our power to protect our business corridors and ensure that the health and well-being of our citizenry is protected.
This is right here what you're seeing, a local Walgreens in San Bernardino that was looted overnight. You can see people hopping in through a broken window, just sort of bypassing the steel doors at the front of that business there. And the DMV office in San Bernardino also targeted. Here's a video of a man with a torch inside the DMV setting fire to several items. Video very clear there. We have been told that DMVs are state buildings, so they are controlled by CHP. So far, no arrests have been made, but again, fairly expensive. We have been told that officials are now looking to push that curfew from 8 p.m. to 6 p.m. out of the city of San Bernardino. We'll send back to you guys.
It's kind of unknown when we're going to restart.
ERs may be going 1,000 miles an hour, but Dr. Mark Huddle's Colorado practice is at a standstill. He's an orthopedic surgeon. Most of what he does is considered elective, so he's been on hold since March. He's not alone with it. Cataract surgery, hip replacement, tonsil removal, physical therapy, post-breast cancer reconstruction. Anything that isn't life or death is on pause. That's not the only reason so many practices are sitting idle. A new newsy Ipsos poll found 33% of those surveyed have postponed or skipped in-person medical care out of fear of contracting COVID-19.
Those problems don't stop because COVID has come through. Those problems are continuing, and the backlog will just get bigger and bigger.
The crunch will come when the lockdown is lifted. Doctors fear backlogs of patients, higher levels of burnout, and more severe cases will flood the hospital system in the months to come.